Boyfriend air theory sounds like something right out of an occult book on relationships, doesn't it? Yet, despite its mystically infused nomenclature, this theory has gained a cult following among millennials and Gen Z alike. With origins as hazy as the air it discusses, the theory traces back to forums, Reddit threads, and social media groups. The intriguing aspect of boyfriend air theory lies in its complex simplicity. The term itself is a bit of an oxymoron, encapsulating both the tangible aspects of a relationship, the boyfriend part, and the intangible ones, the air part. It delves into the mysterious aura created by a significant other in a space, examining how that essence affects mood, health, and even, believe it or not, productivity. Perhaps what gives the theory its allure is its ephemeral, almost ethereal, nature. Unlike scientific theories that offer hard statistics and rigid frameworks, the boyfriend air theory thrives in its ambiguity. It challenges us to think beyond the realms of traditional relational theory, inviting us to explore the unexplored. Many attest to experiencing a distinct difference when they're in a room previously occupied by their boyfriend, as opposed to a space where he's never been. This assertion isn't just the stuff of romantic comedies. Some claim there's a perceptible shift in the room's energy. A sense of calm, or sometimes a boost of inspiration. So if you're skeptical or intrigued, hang tight. This article is your ultimate guide to understanding this unique, divisive, yet utterly captivating concept known as the boyfriend air theory. What is boyfriend air theory, anyway? Alright, let's cut through the mist. What exactly is boyfriend air theory? In a nutshell, it's the belief that the presence or even the residual energy of your boyfriend in a given space has palpable effects. These effects can be psychological, physiological, or a blend of both. Picture this: you walk into your boyfriend's apartment, and even though he's not there, you feel an immediate sense of familiarity and comfort. Is it the scent lingering in the air? Is it the way he's arranged his furniture? Or is it something more abstract, something that transcends the senses? Boyfriend air theory postulates that it's a combination of all these elements, and perhaps more. Now, I know what you're thinking. It sounds borderline metaphysical, right? However, it might not be as outlandish as it initially seems. Consider, for example, the concept of vibes, or energy, which many people refer to in everyday language. This place has good vibes, or, I can feel his energy, are phrases you've likely heard or even used. Boyfriend air theory essentially tries to dissect that phenomena, giving it a name and a framework for further exploration. And before you dismiss it as mere hearsay or urban legend, there's some scientific underpinning to the idea as well. Research in environmental psychology indicates that our surroundings do impact our mood and well-being. The famed study by Roger Ulrich showed that hospital patients with views of nature recovered faster than those without. Could it be that boyfriend air theory taps into a similar dimension? Yes, it might be a leap, but it's one that has people talking, experimenting, and, most fascinatingly, feeling. At its core, boyfriend air theory interrogates our experiences, questions our assumptions, and, like any good theory should, leaves us questioning more than we answer. So let's dive in deeper, shall we? Because the real meat of this theory lies in its principles, its tangible benefits, and its criticisms. Ready to uncover the secrets of your relationship with the boyfriend air theory? Stick around. The science behind boyfriend air theory, does it have legs? By now, you might be wondering if there's any scientific ground that the boyfriend air theory stands on. While the concept itself may hover in a space between folklore and hard science, it would be unfair to dismiss it entirely as mere whimsy. After all, the crux of science is to explain the unexplained, right? Consider the concept of pheromones, those chemical signals emitted by animals and humans alike, playing a role in attraction. Although scientists are still debating the impact of human pheromones, we can't entirely rule out their possible influence on our perceptions and emotions. Some researchers like Dr. Charles Vysotsky of the Monell Chemical Senses Center posit that human pheromones could indeed have a subtle, yet potent effect on our social interactions. Let's dig into some psychology too. The renowned psychologist Carl Jung talked about the collective unconscious, a set of memories and ideas that we inherit but are not conscious of. Could the boyfriend-heir theory be tapping into some deeply rooted, shared mental frameworks? Although it's a stretch, the idea isn't entirely off the table. Environmental psychology also lends some credence to the boyfriend-heir theory. Studies have consistently shown that the arrangement, lighting, and even the scent in a space can profoundly impact our mental state. Think aromatherapy and its purported benefits for mental well-being. If a simple scent can influence us, why can't the residual air left by a significant other? Another fascinating angle comes from quantum physics. No, really, bear with me here. The idea of entanglement suggests that two particles can become so deeply connected that the state of one instantaneously influences the state of the other, regardless of the distance separating them. While it's a gargantuan leap from particles to people, the basic idea of interconnectedness might offer some speculative, very speculative, support for our elusive theory. Finally, while not directly corroborative, certain aspects of Eastern philosophy align closely with boyfriend-heir theory. Concepts like Kai, in Chinese philosophy, which refers to the life force that flows through all things, share similarities with the theory. The key takeaway here is that the idea may not be as outlandish scientifically as it first seems, and it certainly warrants further study. 5 core principles of the boyfriend-heir theory. So, what are the building blocks of the boyfriend-heir theory? To better grasp this enigmatic concept, we can break it down into 5 core principles. Each principle serves as a pillar, holding up the theoretical framework and providing it with some semblance of structure. 1. The presence principle. This is the most straightforward of the 5. It postulates that the mere physical presence of a boyfriend in a given space leaves an imprint, be it through scent, belongings, or just the vibes. 2. The residual energy principle. Even after the boyfriend has left the space, his energy, or aura, remains, affecting the mood and atmosphere. You might feel a sense of comfort, warmth, or even an energy boost. 3. The emotional contagion principle. This principle suggests that emotions are contagious, and the boyfriend's mood at the time of occupying the space can influence your mood later. Feeling unusually happy or suddenly blue? This principle might be at play. 4. The space-emotion linkage principle. This posits that the emotional impact is tied to the specific space. For instance, the bedroom might instigate feelings of intimacy, while the living room could induce relaxation. 5. The perception principle. Last but not least, this principle contends that your awareness and belief in the boyfriend-heir theory amplify its effects. It's somewhat akin to the placebo effect in medicine. If you believe it, you're more likely to feel it. Together, these principles form the backbone of boyfriend-heir theory. They serve as entry points for exploration, inviting us to examine our experiences, to question our feelings, and to engage in the grand experiment that is love and relationships. Why do we care? The emotional aspects of boyfriend-heir theory. Now, let's shift our focus from the cerebral to the sentimental. Why does boyfriend-heir theory strike a chord? Why has it resonated with so many people? The answer may lie in our collective quest for emotional connection and validation. Emotions are complex, multifaceted entities that influence everything from our daily decisions to our overall life paths. The boyfriend-heir theory intriguingly weaves into this emotional tapestry, acting as a sort of surrogate for emotional connection when our significant other isn't around. It's like having a piece of them with us, offering comfort or companionship in their absence. Think about your personal emotional triggers. Certain songs, specific smells, even particular lighting can evoke a flood of memories and feelings. The boyfriend-heir theory operates on a similar frequency, triggering emotional responses and offering a subtle but effective form of emotional communication. The theory also appeals to our innate human desire for ritual and symbolism. Throughout history, we've assigned meaning to objects, places, and actions as a way to understand and navigate our emotional worlds. In this sense, boyfriend-heir theory serves as a modern ritual, a means to symbolically connect with our significant other. Moreover, let's not overlook the aspect of emotional security. The presence or the lingering air of a boyfriend can serve as a subliminal assurance. It whispers to our subconscious that we're loved, valued, and not alone. In today's fast-paced, often isolating world, that's a powerful message. Ultimately, the emotional facets of boyfriend air theory offer a mirror, reflecting our deepest desires, fears, and vulnerabilities. It provides a means to explore, however imperfectly, the intricate maze that is human emotion. And that, my friends, is something we can all relate to. How to test the theory, an experimental approach. If the boyfriend air theory has piqued your interest, why not put it to the test? Experimenting with this concept can be both fun and enlightening. Start by identifying the space where you most often feel the presence of boyfriend air. Is it your bedroom, living room, or perhaps even your car? Next, try to observe any patterns. Do you notice the sensation more when certain conditions are met, such as specific lighting or a particular playlist on? Take notes. Yes, it might seem nerdy, but science often starts with simple observation. If you're really committed, involve your boyfriend, or significant other, in the experiment. Have them spend time in the chosen space without you, engaging in various activities like reading, working, or even meditating. Then enter the space and jot down your immediate feelings, thoughts, and sensations. Compare these with your notes from when you were alone. For those who want to go the extra mile, consider more controlled variables. Introduce different scents, adjust the lighting, or even change the room's layout between tests. All of these variables can offer valuable insights into how boyfriend air manifests and influences you. You could also go high-tech and employ some gadgets. Use air quality monitors to measure factors like humidity and temperature before and after your boyfriend's presence. Although it's not definitive proof, discrepancies in air quality measurements could provide intriguing data points. Remember, this is not about turning your relationship into a science project but about understanding a unique phenomenon that many experience but few can explain. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, the exercise will offer a new lens through which to view your relationship and the spaces you share. Interpreting the results, a layman's guide. So you've conducted your little boyfriend air experiment, dutifully jotting down observations and perhaps even some air quality measurements. What's next? Well, it's time for what researchers relish, the interpretation of results. But don't worry, you don't need a PhD in relationship dynamics or atmospheric sciences to decode what your findings mean for you. Begin by revisiting your notes and looking for patterns. Do you consistently feel happier, more relaxed, or perhaps more focused when enveloped in the post-boyfriend air? Or maybe you felt no difference at all? These results, or lack thereof, can offer interesting insights into how emotionally attuned you are to your environment and your partner. If you included your boyfriend or partner in the experiment, share your findings with them. This doesn't just make for an interesting conversation, it's also an opportunity for mutual understanding. Your partner may even have their own perceptions of girlfriend air or partner air that could enrich your discussion and deepen your relationship. For those who went all out and collected air quality data, there's another layer to this interpretive cake. Did you notice any significant changes in temperature, humidity, or other factors when your boyfriend was present and after he left? While it may not be a peer-reviewed study, your observations could provide compelling anecdotal evidence for the boyfriend air theory's validity, or at least its impact on you. Now, a word of caution: while interpreting your results, resist the urge to jump to grand conclusions. Remember, correlation doesn't imply causation. Just because you felt happier or more relaxed doesn't mean it's solely because of your boyfriend's residual air. Other variables could be at play, and that's perfectly okay. Lastly, be open to the possibility that your experiment neither proves nor disproves the boyfriend air theory. It may simply add texture to your understanding of it, or present more questions than answers. And that, dear reader, is the beauty of exploration. It opens doors you never even knew existed.